is my favorite trip that I've been on. Oh my gosh, I have so many great memories, so many great trips. That is hard. I mean, for sure the most fun I have is when I'm exploring a new place. So every first time trip to a place is my favorite at the time. One time Chris and I were going to Jakarta, Indonesia for work. We were helping with a meeting, a conference. It was a meeting. And there was an airline that didn't charge more to do an extended layover that we passed through. So we were on EVA Air, and their hub is in Taipei. And if you went through Taipei, you could stop for several days and keep going. And so my trip the flights were paid for by the company I was serving. And we decided to stop in Taipei for 4 days on the way home and have a little mini vacation. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun to go to a new place and just to explore with my husband and try new hotels. And we love that kind of stuff. We love urban exploring. We love taking the MRT, which is their train system, and learning how public transportation works and trying new restaurants. That's the most fun. I love to go up in skyscrapers and go to the viewing area. Even though, you've been in a skyscraper and seen a city, it's kind of like old hat, right? But there's something still super fun about going into the skyscraper of a big city. I don't know. For me, it is. And so we went up Taipei 101 and we went on a gondola ride, and we were staying in this interesting district in Taipei that was an international community, because it was an international school right there. And so we ended up, no joke, we had Argentinian food, authentic Mexican food. What other things did we have? We had, oh my gosh, of course we had different Asian foods, of course. But it felt like, Italian. We had an Italian, and they were authentic. So the person that ran it was connected to that culture. So it wasn't like Chinese people trying to copy different foods. We were in this area where we were like surrounded by different cultures, and it was so much fun. Just talking with people and meeting people. And we were in this little boutique hotel, and every floor was named after a type of tea, the tea that you drink. And every floor had a theme, and it had, pictures, and it had phrases and quotes, and each floor was a certain color to identify the tea, and it had talking about the history of that tea. It was fascinating. Very unique hotel. I would stay there again in a heartbeat. Very, mid-range. It wasn't an expensive, fancy place, but it also wasn't a dump at all. It was clean. It was beautiful, safe neighborhood, but it was adorable, and it was just kind of quaint and unique. And I kind of dig that. I don't need off the wall and trendy, but I do occasionally like something super unique. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, we just explored. We got a driver one day and went to the Xinjiang Lake. I'm probably saying that wrong. I will correct it on the screen. It's a lake that forms in two colors, and it forms, what's that symbol, Chris?
Yin yang.
Yin yang? Is that a yin yang symbol?
I think so.
So it's a lake that looks a little bit like a yin-yang symbol because it has sediment that comes in, and so you've got these two colors next to each other, and it's really beautiful. So we drove through that. We drove through the mountains, did a little walking, did some urban exploring, visited, like I said, we went up the gondola up to the mountain, and it was just a fun little mini vacation. And sometimes those are the most interesting.